Nope. Wow. Nope.
Hi everyone, I'm Raindrops. If you're new, welcome to my channel, and if you are a returning drop, welcome back. Disclaimer, I am in my little makeup room that I share with my boys with their toys. They're not in here. However, one of my dogs is in here and she's whining to get out of the cage. So if you hear her, never mind that. Today's video is a makeup video, as you can tell by the title. It's just the everyday makeup. If I was to wear makeup, you know, every day. I don't go anywhere, so I don't wear it every day. I have, and this is, I guess I should say for anyone, but basically for my ladies over 40. One, my face is clean. Eyebrows are, you know, done. They need a little bit of a touch up, but not too much, so I'm not going to bother with them today. I do not have wrinkles. Let's get in. But I do have fine lines, and my eyes get puffy from allergies. And yeah, so I have very oily skin in my T-zone. The rest of my face is just normal. I don't really have dry skin, just very oily. And no matter what I do to combat that, it still happens. So from time to time, I do moisturize with the Pond's. This is the Rejuvenous Focus. There we go. So I'm just gonna moisturize with that. The next thing I like to do is prime my face, and I use anything mattifying. So this primer is from a company called You Can Be. I got it from Amazon. This is my second tube. If I don't use that, then I'll use the L'Oreal Infallible Matte. But I'm going to use this today. Also help me combat my oiliness. I like to use the Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Powder. And I just place that in my T-zone as such. The next thing I do are my brows. Just brush them up into place. And I have been using, you guys, I got this like a little over a month ago. These were the NYX Professional Makeup eyebrow pencils, and I have one in sable and the other one in I think brown, like a medium brown. The points break off a lot, and then one is already gone, and I've only had it for like a month. So I'm just going to go back to one of the old pencils I used to use from the beauty supply store, which is in dark brown, and do my brows. And I just like to, you know, fill them in, create brush strokes. Okay, so I don't like a thick nor a dark eyebrow, especially on my complexion. So this shade is perfect. I like to clean up with the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is the color of the shade Talk. Now, I don't mind using this on top as well, because I know there will be no halo because I completely blend it out, so I don't mind. I'm going to use this this brush from the Frozen brush collection that I have. It says smoky eye, but I use it just to okay. So the next thing I like to do is what do you call it? Moisturize under my eyes. So I use the Rock Retinol Complexion Eye Cream. And I use this because if I put on concealer by itself, it looks cakey. And I don't like that. So I'm just going to take one of my brushes that I also got from Amazon. And I'm just going to blend it into my skin softly, no pressure. Color correct using LA Girl Pro Concealer in orange and Juvia's Place Concealer in the shade 12. I also put a little bit right on those little black spots. These are where I had my dimple rings. And I'm just gonna wet my makeup sponge and then I'm gonna blend it out. The next thing I do is put my foundation on, and today, for the last few times I've worn makeup, I've taken it back because this is one of my favorites, which is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made in the shade D40. Sponge is already damp. Now, as you can see, the CoverGirl is not a full coverage foundation. I don't mind that at all because I'm not really a full coverage kind of girl. So yes, you can still see my birthmark, my freckles, my little moles. I don't have a problem with that. The next thing now, since I've color corrected, I'm going in with the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made as well in the shade T30. I use this or T50, which I ran out of, and I just go over top and I literally use the smallest amount. And the reason that I use this is because it is wet, watery, and I like for my concealers to be, you know, kind of watery so it doesn't cake up. What I set it with is the Sasha Buttercup setting powder. I love this stuff. And I use this brush. This is one of the brushes I ordered from off of Amazon from B Key. I can't remember which brush this is, but I use it to set my and of course I set it. I do not bake. There's no need for that. The next thing I do is set my foundation, and I use either color of the Fit Me Matte Poreless. I use 355 or 360. This is coconut. This is mocha. I'm using coconut. And I'm going to use this flat foundation brush from Key, ordered off of Amazon as well. Okay, because I still have not found the shade that I want to use to contour. I use my Peak Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, and I use this color here because it's like a reddish brown color, and that's what I'm looking for, but I can't seem to find a shade, you know, within a contour or a bronzer. I thought I found one. My husband went and picked it up, but it turned out to be a cream, and that's not what I wanted. I don't use a cream to contour with. I strictly just use the powder and go in and blend it out. It's for me, it's just unnecessary makeup. I'm gonna go in with this brush to contour my nose. To blend it out, I like to use the e.l.f. small stipple brush, and I just blend it out. To sharpen the contour, I'm gonna go back in with the black opal and my angled sponge and just lightly tap. Then I'll clean that up with my Eco Tools foundation brush. I don't use this brush for anything but to sweep away makeup. Next thing I'm just gonna do is use the Juvia's Place and concealer in shade 12. And I use any concealer basically. I have different ones, but I do like the 12 in the Juvia's Place because it's such a neutral undertone, and it goes on well with my skin. I like to use my flat concealer brush, and I just blend that out. So because this is a neutral makeup look, an everyday makeup look, I'm not really going to apply any colors today. So I'm going to use my Supreme Seductress palette. This is also from Amazon. I love this palette. Great neutral colors. Also has a mirror. I'm going to use my fluffy, I can't think, shader brush. And I'm going to go in with the shade Swipe Right. And it's just an orangey neutral tone. I like to pat it and kind of pack it in right above the crease and then blend it out. Give it a little more depth, I'm going to use this brown here called Espionage, and I'm just going to take that in my outer V. This is a fluffy blending brush from Eco Tools, and I'm just going to blend out that crease color in the corner, outer V, and just blend that out. So I'm gonna take this flat shader brush. This is an old brush too. This is from e.l.f. and I'm just gonna spread a little bit, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Lingerie. Has a shimmer to it. going to do my liner, and I'm going to use the Maybelline, sorry guys, the Maybelline Studio Eye Gel Liner. And I'm going to use this small, very thin, like pencil-like brush. Go ahead and go, all messed up. I'm going to go into my waterline with the black liner as well. I'm going to take the same two colors, Espionage and Swipe Right, that I used, and kind of smooth out my lower lash line. I'm going in with Espionage first and smoke it out with Swipe Right. Now, just because I want a little bit more depth in the corners of my eyes, I'm going to go in with the shade Ravish, which is a darker brown than Espionage. And I'm going to use the fluffy end of this brush, eyeshadow brush, and just go right in the corner. To highlight my brow bone area, I'm going to use the shade Pickup Line. I'm going to do off camera are my Kiss Demi Wispy lashes. And I'm going to go ahead and apply the Essence Lash Princess mascara in black. While I'm waiting for my lash glue to, get tacky, I'm going to almost drop my lash. I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place. This is the Nubian by Juvia's Place Nefertiti highlight. Focus. So I'm going to spray my brush. This is the Highlight and Glow brush from Juvia's Place. From the Frozen palette. I'm all across the place. The Frozen blush brushes. With the Juvia's Place highlight, you have to pick up very little because it's very, very pigmented.
I feel like talking my shit, I walk around knowing I got it, my nigga. Make it look easy to head on a nigga. Press on these people, I know that I get it. Hit on my ex and then tell her I did it.
So my lashes are on, and then I'm gonna take this small this is a concealer brush, and I'm going back into the Juvia's highlight, and I'm gonna highlight the tear duct.
Fucking PJs, I hope that she give me the beach.
Straight hundreds on 50s on titties, these bitties be wildin' cause they off the snow.
For my blush, I'm going into the Warrior 3 palette by Juvia's Place. And I'm going to use the orange shade, I can never read this. I think it's Gerara. If I'm pronouncing that right, it's this orangey shade.
I know she a teacher. She sipping me up by the leader. But a nigga just know I don't need her. I bet her like pins on the man with the plane, and she know that a nigga gon' crease her. My shit in the trench and my ice.
And then I like to place a little bit on my nose. And then once more, I like to go back in with this fluffy foundation brush from Eco Tools and just blend everything together.
I might just hop in a red, and tell that bitch hop on my dick, the diamonds be turning red.
For my lipstick, I'm going to use, this is my favorite. I've been using it for months now. It's the Nika K. This is from the beauty supply store. It's the Nika K lip liner pencil, and it's in the color Cocoa.
Ice on my body like I'm Illuminati. Skirt on these niggas like I'm in a Rory. The devil a lie, I never be sorry. Pull up with squad.
I'm gonna go in with the Pout lip gloss from LA Colors, and this is in the color Naked. And I'm just gonna apply it in the center of my lip.
Put out these songs and they turn to their anthem. She want me to fuck her, I pull out the middle. Promise these diamonds gon' make her orgasm. Ay, I feel like talking my shit. Ay, I got a bitch in the weird. Ay, niggas be talking that shit. Ay, but don't know what price this is. Ay.
And then I'm gonna go over that with my Nisa K 24 karat gold lip gloss, running on empty.
My shit, ay, I got a bitch in the weird. Ay, niggas be talking that shit. Ay, but don't know what price this is. Ay, I might just hop in the rear. Ay, and tell that bitch hop on my dick. Ay.
Won't you call me when you get this? 도도한 두 눈에 매력적인 입술 네가 내게 말을 걸 때마다